Get your cup of coffee. Today I'm going to teach you how to build muscle without gaining too much fat. The first thing that I do is I focus on eating natural and whole foods because they've got more nutrients and more minerals and all that good stuff, and they're easily absorbed by your body. Do your own research, but this is what I eat. The only really processed things I have in my diet are a bagel and some peanut butter as well, so it's very, very minimal. That list that I gave you there, you can pretty much make 100. Actually no, I ChatGPT'd it and I asked it how many different meals could you make from this list of foods, and it came up with 15,000 or something, and it still said there's more you can do. So just with that list, you can make so many different types of foods, and there's more you can add, like yogurts and milk and whatever. So that's what I start off with, eating natural and whole foods. The next thing I'd focus on is going on a lean bulk. Now when everyone hears bulk, they just think of all these YouTubers that go on these massive bulks and they gain way too much fat by eating like 500,000 calorie surplus, and you can see all the face fat come up. I don't think that's the smartest way to do it. For me, what I do is I go on like a 200 to 300 calorie surplus first, and I see how my body reacts to that. Let's say 3 weeks in, I see myself gaining size and weight, then I'm like, alright, I'll stick to this and keep doing it. But let's say 3-4 weeks in, I'm not gaining any size, then I might up it to 350 or 400 calories. Start small, see how your body responds, and then increase depending on that. I just want to make a very important disclaimer as well. If you're on a bulk, even if it's a lean bulk, some fat gain is normal. If you're natural like me and you're training, it's very hard for you to put on size perfectly with it being lean muscle and distributed in the exact right areas, unless you're a newbie, unless you've just started in the gym, in which case it is possible. But if you train for a couple of years, most likely when you do go on a lean bulk, you will put on a bit of fat, but that is fine. As long as we're not doing it in excess and eating way too much and we're just storing unnecessary amounts of fat, then you're okay. A little cue I keep in my mind is, as long as I've got a visible six-pack, so can I see the outline of my abs? It doesn't have to be thick and defined, but as long as I can see that, then I know I'm not doing too bad. So another very important factor when it comes to building muscle without getting too much fat is your sleep. Sleep is so important when it comes to regulating the hormones that are important for muscle building and muscle growth. Until I was like 22, I didn't really focus on my sleep, and since I did, I found staying in shape so much easier because my body's getting enough time to rest and recover. If you're young and you're still watching this, it's so easy for you to set up a sleep schedule. Just try to go to bed at a time and wake up at a certain time, and you repeat that now, and when you get to, like, I don't know, work or university or the next stage of your life, it'll be so much easier to set that up and follow it. Other couple of benefits I found from getting regular sleep: it boosts my mood, I can think clearer, I'm more focused in the gym, and I have high energy. When you're going into the gym, we already know this, our focus is to progress. We have to focus on progressive overload and getting stronger each day and each week in the gym. And if you're there feeling lethargic with low mood and low energy, it's going to be harder for you to do that. But if you get your regular sleep, when you go there, you feel energetic, you're wild, you're like, right, I'm ready, I can smash the weights out, new PB, boom, boom, muscle up here, front lever there, bang, bang. Whatever it is you're working on, you'll be able to do it so much better with sleep. Try it for 2 weeks. Give yourself 7 hours, set a time and wake up at a certain time as well. Watch how easier your life will be when it comes to eating, when it comes to studying, when it comes to working out. All those things will become on autopilot if you actually do focus on your sleep. Well, it did for me. Now the next thing when it comes to building muscle without getting too much fat, for me I like to focus on exercises that, like, bang for your buck exercises, the ones that give you the most return on investment. And for those, in my opinion, are bodyweight movements. For example, a pull-up. Think about the old muscles that are going to work when you hit a pull-up. You get your traps, your rhomboids, your lats, your biceps, forearms, core stability, and even if you want to progress it, you can get explosive when you're doing muscle-ups. That's just from one exercise, and it's very rare to find movements that can incorporate all those unless you're looking at your compound lift. So bodyweight exercises for me are massive. With those training principles in mind, it's very important that we focus on progressive overload as well. When we're going on a bulk, this is the optimal time to build muscle because your body's getting enough nutrients, it's getting enough calories to be able to restore and repair the damage that's done during the session. So what is progressive overload? It's simply increasing the intensity of the training that you do week by week. A very simple method is just by increasing the weights but keeping the reps the same. Let's just say, for example, you went and did a squat and you did 70 kg for 3 sets of 10 reps in week 1. So you're going to say, alright, I've done my set of 10, so I'm on week 2, I'm going to increase it. So you increase it to 75, but then you get a set of 9, 8, 8. So what do? You keep doing that 75 until you get reps 10, 10, 10, and then once you've done that, you increase the weight again. This makes sure that you're not just doing the same movement without forcing your muscle to need to adapt. If you're not training intense enough, your muscle just knows, oh, this is calm now, it's fine, it's easy, so it's not going to have to need to grow to be able to adapt. So keep progressive overload in your mind, especially when you're bulking. Another massive important tip I want to give you is having data when you're going on this bulk and trying to put the muscle on. Use progress pictures, use tracking your weight, and try to see what, when you set a calorie limit, let's say you've set 2,500 calories, what's my weight looking like on this after a couple of weeks? How does my body look? If you're not tracking your weight or your photo in terms of your physique, it's hard for you to gauge what input relates to what output. That's the most important thing. You're almost shooting in the dark. Let's say you're on 2,500 calories and you can see yourself gaining size and you're doing pretty well with it as well. You're not gaining too much fat. Now you know, oh perfect, I'm going to stick to 2,500 calories in future when I need to bulk, for example. But let's just say you go into 2,500 calories, you're taking your weekly progress pics and you can see, oh wait, I'm putting on fat a bit too quickly here. Now you know 2,500 calories equals too much fat gain, let me dial it back. And then once you've done that, you've got information and data that you can use for future. So you might just do a 2,300 or 2,400 calorie bulk. But like I said, if you don't have any sort of data to track and keep yourself accountable, you're pretty much shooting in the dark. But as always, bro, you know the message. Keep building, keep progressing. I'll catch you in the next one.